Hey guys, I started studying this book. It's called, can you guys even see it? There you go. It's called Broken Money. Broken Money by Lynn Alden. Great book, man. It's on Audible. You guys should get it. It's about why our financial system is failing us and how we can make it better. Which is a lot of times when I talk to people, especially because I've been in real estate, I'm a real estate investor. We got the fund, things like that for Bell Capital. When I'm talking to my investors, I'm like, look, cash is just if you're just sitting, your money's sitting in a bank, it's dying, period. I think right now they're talking about the Fed's lowering rates and things like that coming up here in September. But to be honest with you, man, it's too late. They're fighting to keep the the inflation down to below 3%. But it's going to happen anyway. It's because 3% is going to continue to happen. They're going to keep printing money. But this book was really eye-opening for me because it was a reminder like it doesn't matter what you do. If you put your money in a bank, the banking system is not really designed to help you grow your money. It isn't. Your cash is going down in value, period. As soon as we took it off the gold standard, and it just becomes easier to print money and basically dump more money into the world. And then that money actually lowers the value of the money. The price of goods go up because there's more money. Anyways, but because I love real estate, it just makes so much sense, man. So if your money is sitting in the bank, let's say you're 40 years old, you got a retirement account, you're a doctor, a chiropractor, you're a professional, you're a business owner, and you're just storing money. Your money is not going to grow as fast to keep up with inflation unless you invest it, right? And there's only a couple of things you can do. Number one, you want to invest paper money, cash, into something that's real. You want to take your cash and convert it into a real asset, real estate preferably. Like real estate, like that deal that's on the computer there, like that was a deal we looked at. That was 313 units. We didn't get that deal, but that deal ain't going anywhere. That's a beautiful property. 313 units, irreplaceable property, or irreplaceable location, downtown San Diego, cannot be destroyed, cannot be duplicated and done again. Guaranteed, had somebody taken or you taken your money out of the bank and invested money in that deal, you'll never lose that money. It's going to be there, and the value of that property is only going to go. What do you guys think? You think the value of that property is going to be more in 10 years than it is today based on the income and the revenue and the location? What do you guys think? Put it in the chat. Put it in the comments as well. But the part about this I want to make is this. There's a couple of reasons why removing your money, if you're 40 years old, money sitting in a retirement account or a bank account, you're a business owner, whatever, and you're playing the long game as it relates to creating wealth for you and your family, building wealth. Like the number one reason why you want to do that is if you get it out of the banking system into your own hands, you get to choose where you make your own investments, right? You want to put it into something that number one preserves your capital. Like we said, that deal preserves capital. That deal's not going anywhere. So if you convert paper money, trash, fiat money into a real asset, a real place, it's preserved there if it's not going to go down in value, right? It's going to keep up with inflation, which that will. The second thing I like to tell people is you want to preserve your capital. Number two, you want to get cash flow on that capital. So like in the book, she was talking about it is like saying like it's like fractional banking where basically they take in a dollar, they can loan your money out, right? So they don't need to have all of the money still in the bank, whether it's money, gold, whatever it was back then, right? So they can take your $1 and they can lend that dollar out 9 times or 10 times, right? Some places it's five, but primarily it's nine and 10. So but if you know that you've taken your money out of the bank, you've put it in a place that preserves your money, right? So it doesn't go down in value or get lost, right? Can't get absorbed. And you're also getting cash flow that is outpacing the loss that the inflation of goods, but the deflation of your dollar, right? If you get cash flow every month, it's just paying you. The banks can't do that. They're going to give you a percentage of the interest that they make on lending your money out anyways. But they're not going to give you that much. They're going to give you 0.0025. If you're a baller, they'll be like, yeah, we'll give you 2%, 9%, 2.9%, not 9, or we'll give you 4. But it's locked up in a CD, so we can lend that money out, right? And also, by the way, you're going to get taxed on that. So you want to have something that preserves your capital and it gives you cash flow. Like that's the game if you're going to play the money game. But you got to study money, know what money really is and why it is that way. Um, and then next, you want to put it in a place that appreciates. Now, that's going to be, you can control appreciation. You can't control appreciation or whether things go up and down like in Wall Street, the stock market. So if you take your cash and convert it to your paper, you convert it to more paper, which is stocks. That's volatile. You're going to wake up today or tomorrow and it's going to be up, it's going to be down, it's going to be way up, you're going to hit a loss. Can't do that. That's not. The people, the 313 people in that building are going to continue to pay every month like clockwork, or they're going to be moved out and then somebody else is going to move in because somebody's always looking for a place to live. That's housing, very different. But you can control the appreciation of that building because the value is based on the income it generates, right? And some of that income is going to go to pay you as an investor. So that's why it's important to kind of know exactly where you want your money. Number one, how you want to build wealth. Where do you want your money? It's not going to grow sitting in the bank account, saving it. They should be illegal to tell people you can save your money because if inflation is eating away at 3% a year and they're only giving you a quarter of a percent on your money and you leave it there, you're not making any money. As a matter of fact, the value of your dollar is going down. So the next thing you want to look for, if you're going to move your money out of the bank, you're going to play, you're going to get capital, you're going to preserve your capital, not lose it, cash flow, and you get forced appreciation or controlled appreciation where you know what's happening because it's in a real estate deal. Next, you're going to have the tax advantages. So, you know, this one, I shared this a lot in some of my videos. I shared it with some investors the other day. It was like, if some, like, let's, like for us, we're targeting a 5% cash on cash return on some of our investments. That's what we want to give our investors. That's a target. But if we're also passing on the tax advantages to you, if we give you 5% and you're not getting taxed on that 5% that you're getting, it's like getting 7%. Because let's say you put your money in a bank account and you get 4%. That 4% is going to get taxed when you take it out. Your gain is going to get taxed as like ordinary income or earned income, whatever. And if you get hit with a 40% tax bill on that money, that's like getting like 40%. That's like getting what, 2%, maybe, whatever. You're going to lose almost 2% of that. So you're really only, the four, you're really only getting like, you know, two, maybe three, whatever. But if you get five and you don't have any taxes on that money, that's like getting a 7% return on your money. So if you're going to do something, you got to find something that's going to give you 7 or 8% return because you're getting the tax benefits because you're not getting taxed. So I know that's a little complicated, but really it's not, right? Because if you're getting four, you get hit, on your four, you're really only getting 40% of that or half of that. But if you're getting five and you're not getting hit with a tax bill, so whatever you don't pay is almost like a gain. So, I mean, that's like getting seven. So that's the tax advantages of having your money in a place that has tax advantages that can pass on to your bank account. Can't do that. Your stocks ain't gonna do that. Your Bitcoin ain't gonna do that. Your business almost don't even do it, man. So that's why I said like you have to really figure out like the winning this game of money and investments and what you're doing. And then you also want to put it in a place where you get leverage. So you want like real estate, for example, like that deal traded for 137 million, right? I think we were shy of that. We were 120 when we looked at it and we went back and had our offer. So that deal though, you're not gonna let's just balance it out to $100 million. Let's say this deal was $100 million, but you're gonna go get debt, financing, leverage for that. So on that specific deal, you can get 60% financing. So $60 million is going to be done by Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, a debt fund, life insurance company, whatever. Like it's leverage. So when you're investing your money, you also want to invest your money in something that you get the leverage of it. So for $1 invested, it gives you the value of $3, right? So the deals we look at are like that. So that's important because this is about the money game. How do you win the money game? By building wealth for you and your family. You have to be able to consider all these things. Number one, does it protect your capital? Are you going to lose your money? Right? That's number one. The rules of investments, all investments, is don't lose money. Now, there's a risk of always losing your money, but you want to be in a less risky deal. That's less risky than the stock market to me, right? So number two, you want to get cash flow. You want some passive income. You don't want to have to work for the money that you already work for. Like, because let's face it, the tax benefits are really set up for people who invest capital and then you get less taxes on the capital because the money's making money instead of you earning your money because you already did that. All right. Next, you want to put yourself in a situation when you get to control the appreciation, or you're an investor passively in in a deal that the value is going up in the property. Right. The value is going up in the investment that you have. So, and then the other piece is that you get the tax advantages passed through to you. So you pay less money on the money that you're making on your money. And then on top of that, there's some leverage there. So your net worth or the value of your invested money actually is quadrupled or tripled or whatever, like that's the game that you want to play. But if you just put your money in the bank and save it, you're not creating wealth. You're just saving money and you're losing money by saving. So great book, but the bigger picture for me was recognizing, especially in that conversation about, the person who's going to do the most is going to have the most stored and saved. But it's investments. It's not really stored and saved because, what's missing in that conversation of, some butcher that has a bunch of money that trades some meat for fur is that he's still generating more and more meat. Period. Right? At some point, you stop needing fur. So he has fur, fur goes away, he holds on to it, but he still has meat. The other person who has to come back and get the meat, if they haven't figured that out yet, they're going to be hurting. You want to be the person that has enough resources that you are not in lack. That's called abundance, right? That was huge for me because I was like, oh, wow. You need to be the person that does make money, does have assets, convert your cash to assets, have more assets that pay you, so you have more money, now more assets, and then more capital that continues to come in. So even if you stop working, you have this abundance of flow happening. That's real estate investing. That's what we did with the fund. We wanted to open it up to everyday investors like you guys. I want to disrupt Wall Street. I want to be like, hey, you don't have to depend on Wall Street for your retirement, putting in money, hoping that you're going to bet on the stock market to be able to take care of you and your family in the future when it's retirement time. I want it to be like, hey, why don't we do this? I will help the everyday investor like you guys. I'll go find the deals, fund the deals, manage the deals, educate you guys on what we're doing, why we're doing it, total transparency, and then let you guys invest alongside of me in these deals so we build wealth together. And we just bypass Wall Street altogether and we start getting the same assets that they'll buy. And then later, we start bringing these deals back to Wall Street and then they pay us instead of we continue to pay into them. That's the game. All right. So, what do you guys think? I know that was a lot, especially in a relatively short amount of time. I do compress stuff. I got some stuff I wanted to knock out, but I wanted to make this for you today and just kind of really go over like why it's important for you to take your cash and convert it into assets that pay you cash flow, give you the tax benefits, you have the appreciation benefits, leverage, and it's constantly growing so you can continue to work and take care of you and your family and then let your money come over here and put it in an asset that continues to work for you to take care of your family. So when you're done working, this asset's done all the work, man, and I'm willing to help you with that. Like I want to do that. I'm doing it for my family, and I wanted to do it for you. All right, so if you need anything, go to bell-capital.com. Go to get started. You can register there. You got to be an accredited investor. You got to be liquid, ready to go. Got to love real estate, and we are here for you. You can schedule a call with somebody on my team, and we will answer any questions you have about the investment, about the terms, about our fees, about how long, all of it. We're here for you. Like it is total transparency, and I want to partner with you. So that's why we're doing that. But if you just want to schedule a call, go to bell-capital.com and you can hit schedule a call, get on our calendar, and myself or somebody on my team will reach out to you and we'll answer any questions that you have. But get that book. It's a great book. Take a look at it and the name of it was Broken Money. It's on Audible. I do stuff on Audible. I don't really read a lot of books anymore because I like to do stuff while I'm working and stuff, take the time to listen. But it's really good. It's really good. You got to study the money game if you're going to win it. Just like playing a sport or you're an MMA fighter. Once you learn the rules of the game and then you start playing the game by those rules, you have a better chance at winning it. But most people, if you're taught by your parents, hey, work hard, save your money, and retire, you're going to lose that game because that is not the money game. That is the work hard, die, retire, the work hard and die plan. That is not a wealth plan. All right. If you want a copy of my new book, go to bell-capital.com/wealthbook. That's bell-capital.com/wealthbook. I go over the exact plan, the wealth plan for creating a wealth playbook. It's the playbook for creating wealth for you and your family. You can download that for free. And I look forward to talking to you. If you have anything, need anything, I'm here. So leave me a comment here. What do you think? Do you think you have enough meat to trade with somebody else for fur and never run out of enough meat so that way you can keep your game going? Or are you going to run out like everybody else? You got to plan that game. Do you have that? So I'm looking forward to connecting with you guys. Let me know if you need anything, and I'm here for you. Have a great day today, man. Boom.